What is up, guys? My name is the Austinator, and welcome back to the channel. I am doing another live discussion. I believe this is the 19th live discussion. Ooh, we're one away from 20, guys.
Dang.
Woo!
Wow.
And,
That's awesome.
and today we have kind of a huge topic. It's recent, so I mean, hey, it's still popular, I hope.
Yeah.
And today I got my usual guests. First, I have Ninjroid243.
Hello there, everyone.
Next, we have Sauerkraut.
Hello. How are you all?
And returning to the channel, EJ Tan.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Hope you're having a great day.
Very awesome introductions by everybody. And today we are going to be talking about the Suicide Squad game reveal. And we're also going to be talking about a little bit about the Avengers. We're going to be talking about the new Batman game, what's going to be going on with those. But first, tell everybody where they can find you guys at. First, we'll start off with EJ.
All right, so you guys can find me on Facebook. Mainly just type in EJ Tan, and you guys can follow me on my YouTube channel, also called just EJ Tan. It's like very simple. And you can also, I'm pretty much on every single social media platform you can think of. So like Instagram, Twitter, the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Sauerkraut.
Okay, well, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Sauerkraut, ! Just like as you see on the screen. And today at 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30, I might have to postpone it. I'm doing my own stream about Rick and Morty theories for the upcoming season 5. But you can also find me on Twitter at Dr. Scavenger, and Instagram at Sauerkraut06, and Discord. And on Discord, you can mainly find me on Robert Storm's Discord server, because that's where I'm usually active on.
Yep. Storm Nation.
Yep.
And I guess now it's my turn. All right, so hello there, everyone, to all the kind people out there. I am Ninjroid243. You guys have probably seen me on most people's channels, chats, on live streams, helping out them and everything, along with EJ too. You can find me on Twitter at Ninjroid243, my own personal YouTube channel, Ninjroid243, where we're trying to get up to the goal of 150 subscribers. I think we can get up there. We're almost at 130. We just need one more, so please consider go subscribe to that channel. It does mean a lot. Over there, we talk about Star Wars, Marvel, DC, basically everything that everyone else does. So also I do some stop motion there and we do a thing called Galactic Chat where we only have 2 more episodes left to the first season, so please go check that out. We have one tonight at 8 p.m. where we talk about Star Wars as one huge group, so please go and check that out.
Very nice. You guys can check me out on Twitter at the Austinator17. You guys can find me on Discord at the Austinator, and you can find me on this channel, the Austinator, where I am trying to reach my goal of 60 subscribers. I am 7 subscribers away. So if you guys know anybody, please, you could just say, check out my channel. Tie them to a chair, force them to make a YouTube account, and make them subscribe and watch all my videos. I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. And yes, I did steal this joke. Please do not sue me. But yeah, I do live discussions on the channel. I do a show called Shadow Eye every Sunday at 2:30. I usually do a show called Splash Talk on Wednesdays at 3. And you can also find me on Ninjroid243 and Sauerkraut's channels. So please go check them out.
Yep.
Also, guys, if in the chat, please share the stream around and please retweet this stream so that way we can get more people in here to get the conversation going.
Yeah.
And let's just get it started. Suicide Squad. So the reveal of reveals got revealed yesterday by Rocksteady themselves. And the backstory here is after Arkham Knight, we don't really know what Rocksteady was working on. It's official. Yeah. And with Rocksteady, we don't know what they were working on. Like, because they could have been working on a Superman game. You know, there were rumors of a Suicide Squad game, but, you know, WB Montreal was making it. And there was rumors of a Wonder Woman game. But it was officially revealed today that it was actually Suicide Squad. But it wasn't just Suicide Squad. We saw the little picture of the Suicide Squad logo, but with the logo, but it was behind Superman's head. Now, I want to get your guys' opinions on this. So first, we'll start with EJ. What do you think about this? Are you excited for it, or are you like, eh?
Honestly, in my opinion, I'm just hoping for improved Suicide Squad content after that disaster we got in Chapter 16. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the Suicide Squad that David Ayer did, but I mean, like, it is such a hot mess of a movie, if I'm being honest. I think there's only like two things that I like in that entire film. So
Yeah.
So you know this this new Suicide Squad video game, is it gonna be like it's gonna be like for PS4, PS5, Xbox, PC?
That is something we don't know the details about. I think they said we're gonna wait until the 22nd when PC Fandom is. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Sour, let's go to you. What do you think about this?
So, I mean, I would be lying if I said he wouldn't be fun as hell to play. So I'm kind of sad. I'm disappointed that we didn't get a Superman game, or we aren't as of right now. But maybe we will get a bit of Superman in the Suicide Squad game because of the.
Hey, look at the poster.
Promotional poster.
Exactly. So I think
I'm hoping that we do get to play as Superman just for a bit. That would be really cool. But also, I don't like the film, but I actually really enjoyed the animated Suicide Squad film. So I'm pretty excited for this.
Ninjoy, let's go to you. What do you think about this?
Alright, so this is a spin-off from the Arkham games, right?
Something like that. I don't know if it's the same timeline yet, or if it's
Let's hope
new.
That's not as bad as Arkham Knight. Alright? Arkham Knight was... I'm sorry if you guys like Arkham Knight, but I don't like Arkham Knight at all, because basically all that you did, you just drove in a Batmobile.
I thought it was better than Origin.
No, Origins to me was the best one out of all of them. And then it's Arkham City, and then the original Arkham game, and then it's Arkham Knight for me. So I'm excited for the Suicide Squad game. I think Superman might play a major role because he was on the poster. Maybe they're trying to hunt down Superman and everything. Sort of like how they were trying to hunt down the Enchantress. So it would be interesting, and it already sounds a lot better than the 2016 film.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give
Rock open world.
I don't know, because if they're gonna have a bunch of characters, I mean, actually, now that I think about it, if it's gonna be on a next-gen console, it's possible, because with the enhanced graphics and just that they're going to be more powerful, I could see them doing more open world stuff. But that's, again, details that we're not going to know until the 22nd. But what I was going to say is I'm actually going to give Rocksteady a lot of credit, because with this game, it's something new. It's not another Batman game. It's not a Superman game. It's something new. Because, unfortunately, the problem is with superhero games now, they're only relying on one character, and that's either Spider-Man or Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm actually glad that we're
Except
seeing
for the
something
Lego
new.
games.
Exact, but they're not really superhero games. Even though they have superheroes in them, I don't consider them superhero games.
Yeah.
They're like their
Also,
own
the Avengers,
game.
the new Avengers game.
Yeah, and well, yeah, but that's just like one instance of them actually trying something different.
Yeah.
And we are going to be talking about that in a bit, so
right.
hold
Sure.
off your thoughts on that. And I will say with the Arkham games, I will agree Arkham Knight's not a good game, but when you're not in the Batmobile, the game's actually fun. Like, the combat is very smooth. I found it's actually probably the best combat in the entire franchise. But I will say Arkham City's the best one. Origins is good, but I felt that the false advertising kind of hurt it for me a little bit, especially when they said Black Mask was going to be the main villain, and then they did Joker again. And that's another thing.
I like that twist.
No, the twist sucked because, again, with Joker, they overdid him again, and that's the reason why I
know they overdid him, but still, I still like the twist. I'm sorry. That's just my personal preference.
I mean, I'm not saying the twist was bad at all. I'm saying that
they overdid Joker, and
and they should have made the main villain Black Mask. They should have made Deathstroke a secondary villain, and then they should have had Bane be a third villain. That's really all they had to do. And if they want to do Joker for the sequel of Arkham Origins with Robin, I actually think it would be good.
That ticked me off in Arkham Knight when Batman was. I said that he was on crack. I think all of you remember that when Rob was playing all of them. I'm like, is Batman on crack because he's keep on being delusional about the Joker and everything? I'm like, what the heck is this? Yeah, like seriously.
He was cool, like that. Him being delusional of the Joker.
Yeah.
I'm. Yeah, just my personal preference.
I'm going to say that this game is going to tie into the new Batman game, which is going to start a new franchise of DC games.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about the new Batman as well, but now we're going to move forward with this and say, what do you guys think the game is going to be? Do you guys think it's going to be like a Avengers type game? Do you guys think it's going to have some Arkham elements to it? Nindroid, we'll let you start first.
All right. Well, I think I already said this before. I think the Suicide Squad will just be hired to possibly take down Superman as like the main story, at least. Something like that, because already that sounds like it's going to pass right there. But to be honest, I don't know anything else that I can think of right now. Like, I don't think Joker would appear in it because he's currently dead. If this still matches up with the Arkham games, yeah, I don't know when this game is also taking place or anything. So to be honest, I just think they're gonna go after Superman.
What do you think?
Someone like maybe Amanda Walker, whatever her name was, will say, "Hey, look, we don't like Superman." Like something like that. Well, she just hires them, and then they have to fight Superman. Maybe then we find out the Suicide Squad maybe finds out that Superman is actually not the villain. Maybe someone else. I don't know for sure. Maybe a little bit like Batman versus Superman with the Suicide Squad characters. I don't know.
What do you think the gameplay is going to be like? Do you think it's going to be kind of like the Arkham games where it's going to have the square and triangle buttons? Or are they going to do something new? Are they going to make it like an Avengers type game? What do you think?
I think maybe an Avengers type game for the gameplay. I'm going to be honest. I think it's going to be a little bit more improved, per se. So, yeah. But that's saying from a guy who I've only played the Arkham games, and then I play the Star Wars games too, the Lego games as well. So, yeah, I really can't say much because I'm not like a hardcore gamer.
Okay. Sour, what about you? You're next.
Well, for this, I do feel like they're probably gonna go after Superman, or maybe Superman's gonna help them for some reason. The gameplay, I hope it isn't just a retrend of the Arkham games, because that got old pretty fast. Like,
Yes.
up until Origins, it was fun. Then Origins came along. It was like, okay, this is the same exact gameplay. Can you freshen it up a bit for night? No, just have them. No, they did something worse than that. They added the freaking Batmobile. It's like, so
Tonight,
I
yeah.
hope that this is better than the combat.
Okay.
in the Arkham games.
EJ, what about you?
Well, it would be awesome for the Suicide Squad to somehow take down the Man of Steel, and that would be awesome. I will admit, but I think they should do something different. Honestly, I actually think that what if they go up against Deathstroke, Slade Wilson? I actually think that'd be the best.
It would make sense, at least.
Yeah, I would. And also, as far as the gameplay, yeah, I'm with Nindroid on this. I think it's going to be like the Avengers game that we got. So
Yeah, it's going to be improved and everything.
Very nice. For me, you know what? I'm going to take it one step further. I think they're going to try and take down the Justice League.
Oh, damn.
You know how sick it would be if you got to fight Wonder Woman, the Flash, Batman, Superman? That would be sick. And then you do some...
Yeah, that would be.
And for gameplay, I think it could be open world, but maybe do something like Ultimate Alliance where like you can switch who you want on your team. And so you could have a team be like Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Deathstroke, or you could have it be some other configuration. I think it's gonna have some elements from the Arkham games, like the stealth stuff, but it's gonna be different. Like, I think Harley Quinn's gonna be in the game.
What if they kind of like do what Watch Dogs Legion is kind of doing with like being able to recruit your own members, but like obviously it has to be in the DC lore, but rather than just random civilians like in Watch Dogs Legion. But what if they do something like that? That would be cool.
That'd actually be cool. Yeah. Well, actually, now this is another thing. Who do you guys think is going to be part of the Suicide Squad in the game? I'm predicting it's Deathstroke, Harley Quinn, Deadshot. I'm gonna say Bronze Tiger, and then maybe someone else.
At least those three.
Because if you think about it, I think it's gonna be in the same continuity as Origins because it's WB Montreal's game, and that they're probably gonna make a new timeline based off of that, and the Arkham games don't exist.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on all those numbers for the most part.
Because Bronze Tiger was in Blackgate, so...
They're going to try and pick the most popular members that we know. So, yeah.
So definitely Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and Deathstroke. I don't know about anyone else, though.
Maybe Killer Croc.
That would be cool.
I mean, Killer Croc would be cool, but I think that they should try and steer away from stuff that's similar to the movie.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's also one of the positives for that film, Killer Croc, for me at least.
EJ, what about you? Who do you think is going to be in the game?
Definitely Deadshot. Definitely Harley Quinn. Which other characters? Come back to me. I'm gonna need to think about this.
Okay, because we're gonna get into the next topic ish here, and that is Avengers. Now, out of everybody here, who played the beta yet?
I have
I did
not.
not.
I've only
Not
seen
yet.
gameplay of it.
I saw
Not yet
bits
because
of
I'm
it.
on a PS4.
I've only seen Rob play it.
Yeah, same here.
All right, so you guys seen what the game is about. What do you guys think of it so far?
Oh, I think it kicks ass, personally. I think it looks very well. And just like you can switch your own characters and everything. I really do dig that. And personally, I think it's really well done for right now.
When it
That's
was
really
revealed back in,
all
like,
that
I
I've
think it was
seen so
2019,
far.
I was very skeptical about it, especially when some more leaks were, well, not really leaks, but details were put out to the public. I was getting kind of skeptical, but now that I've seen gameplay, it looks pretty fun. I don't think it looks like anything groundbreaking for the gaming industry, but it looks
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
It looks like
yeah,
fun.
but it still looks
So I'm kind
nice.
of excited.
Still looks good. Looks great, It's not bad.
EJ, what about you?
Yeah, I think this Avengers game looks absolutely fantastic. I mean,
Hmm.
the graphics are great. The story so far is interesting.
Oh yeah, the story.
Also, I don't think Captain America is dead. I think he survived. I think he survived that incident that happened at the city.
Yeah.
There is no way they would kill Captain America that easily. No way. Also, I love Hulk in this game too as well. And when I was watching the gameplay, I kept on thinking to myself, why couldn't we have gotten this Hulk in Infinity War and Endgame? Don't get me wrong, Professor Hulk was cool for the most part, but towards like the end of the movie, I just wanted to see Hulk getting into like a furious rage and
Here's
go
the thing
wreck
Here's
shit
the
up.
thing with Hulk, though, in the MCU. It's like, we really did not see angry Hulk since the first Avengers film, to be honest.
Yeah, we haven't.
Like we've seen him in Age of Ultron, but then, yet again, that wasn't Hulk at, like, his true strength. Well, when he fought Iron Man, yes. But, and the Hulkbuster, but that was the only moment. And then in Ragnarok, we saw him at the very end. Yes, but that's really it. Like, we should have gotten another standalone Hulk film, in my personal opinion,
I agree too.
because too many people
That was
bashed
cool.
on Incredible
Yeah, because the
Hulk.
Incredible Hulk was not very good.
Ryan,
I did not like Incredible Hulk.
you did not like Incredible Hulk? Hey, Austin, can you put up the
It
banner?
wasn't bad. It wasn't like terrible, but it. Yeah.
I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not going to put Sour in the Phantom Zone for this because the simple fact is not a lot of people did. I will say it's a good movie, but it's not the best Marvel movie. So
No, it's not the best Marvel movie, but it is surely underrated.
it is underrated, but at the same time, I can understand why people say it's not that great.
Well, sure, okay. The only connection personally in it is Thunderbolt Ross, but that's really it. But guess what? It's still a good film.
Yeah, it is for sure. I mean, it's better than Ang Lee.
It's better than the 2003 Hulk film where
yeah.
where Hulk had to fight
definitely.
dogs. Did you guys actually see that scene? My God, that was so terrible and cringy. He's just like, I don't want to even think about it.
With the Avengers game, I'm going to say
dark memories, Android.
with the game, I think it's going to be good. But I'm with Sour here. It's not anything. It doesn't look like anything special. Because yes, the graphics look good, but at the same time, you should expect that with games in this generation. And it doesn't look it doesn't look bad. It looks good, and the story so far is interesting. But at the same time, it doesn't look like a Spider-Man where I'm blown away and I'm actually excited. But at the same time, like I am excited, but at the same time, I'm still gonna have my reservations about it because
okay.
But I also with Avengers, I want to talk about the Spider-Man thing, where Spider-Man's going to be an exclusive character to PlayStation. I'm going to go first here. I kind of understand why, because if you think about it, Spider-Man is a PlayStation exclusive character because Sony owns the rights. They're
That's
not going to.
What I've been telling everyone these past days. I'm like, don't get pissed off at the game for just that. No, it's like I am actually defending Sony. I love Sony. I love what they do with the character, and I understand why they did that because Sony does own the rights.
Right, and the thing is with that is, I'm going to give an example. Like with Mortal Kombat 9, they made Kratos a downloadable character, but he was a PlayStation exclusive. But Kratos is a PlayStation exclusive character. So it doesn't make sense for Kratos to be on Xbox because it won't work.
No.
Like, if Master Chief
That's like putting Master
was in
Chief
Mortal Kombat,
on a PlayStation console. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work. And if it's Xbox exclusive, just for example, if Master Chief was Xbox exclusive and PlayStation got Kratos, everybody would have been like, okay, fine. And should Xbox have an exclusive character? Again, I don't know, because the only reason PlayStation has an excuse is because it's Spider-Man. So, what do you guys think about it?
Microsoft owned one of the characters now.
I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them having their exclusive character as Spider-Man. It does make sense. You know.
It does make sense, for sure.
So I'm for it. You know, like
I'm for it too.
I don't understand why. Like I know why people hate it and all of that, but guess what? They own the rights to Spider-Man. It's not like, hey, can we, make a deal and still make him an exclusive? Well, number one, if you do it for both games or both companies, it would not be an exclusive character.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So I'm okay with them doing that Spider-Man because Spider-Man is the most popular Marvel superhero. So I'm okay with that.
Sour, what about you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I understand and I'm all right with Spider-Man being exclusive for like PlayStation because Sony do own the right to him, so it makes sense. But it does. I do feel bad for the Xbox people who have Xbox.
Yeah.
EJ, what about you?
I'm all for the idea, personally. Yes, people who are Xbox can't get it because this is PlayStation. But I think the reason why they couldn't do Xbox was because maybe it was too expensive for them to use both consoles. But then again, someone can make the argument, they had the money to do it, they just don't want to do it. That's the best I can come up with. But me personally, I think it's awesome to put Spider-Man in anything. And Marvel and Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. More so Sony, but I think this is going to be awesome.
Me too.
Now, if Xbox were to do a exclusive character, who do you think the exclusive character is going to be to get them like people to buy it on Xbox?
Black Panther.
Hulk, because Hulk's green.
Definitely Black Panther or the X-Men. So many fans have been asking for the X-Men.
Yeah, the X-Men also.
I think Black Panther is the most reasonable choice, to be honest.
I could even see Captain Marvel.
Oh my
I don't
God.
think Captain Marvel, because of all the backlash with the film, even though that, hey, I actually like Captain Marvel, still all those toxic fanboys don't. So I don't know if they would do an exclusive character for her.
Yeah, I could see that. And the last thing with Avengers I want to talk about is with the new Suicide Squad game being revealed, do you guys think this will impact the sales of Avengers because they're going to pre-order Suicide Squad, or do you guys think this game's still going to do pretty good?
I still think
it
both
also
games
depends
are
on
good.
the release date. Like, if it got released the same time as Avengers, do you guys think Suicide Squad would probably beat Avengers, or do you guys think that Avengers would be still good?
I think Avengers would beat it. I'm sorry.
I think so too, because
Yeah, Avengers would definitely beat Suicide Squad.
the fans and the audience, they love the MCU way more than they do DC. I mean, the ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like the reviews are like through the roof for those movies. So, and,
I think if you're just a random gamer, I think a random gamer would go after the Avengers game more than the Suicide Squad game. That's what I'm trying to say here.
yeah, and also
Yeah, definitely casual gamers would 100% rather Avengers more than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, we know, us four, we know Marvel and DC, but I would still pick up the Avengers before Suicide Squad because, one, the Suicide Squad, it's not a Arkham game. It's not like a main Arkham game. It's just a spin-off or something like that. Like, I'll play it when I get it. Might be in a year, though. That's really all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
With me, I'm honestly going to be honest. I'm actually more excited for Suicide Squad than I am the new Avengers game. Mainly for the simple fact that...
Yeah, with the Superman.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that also...
I might actually... Now... Yeah, I don't know.
Mainly because I like the Arkham games, except for the most recent one. I like Rocksteady as a company. I just am excited because Rocksteady hasn't revealed anything in forever. So them revealing this is like huge because now everybody's going to be like, "Shut up and take my money." And I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to pre-order this and I'm going to buy it day one because.
That's perfectly fine.
It's gonna be great.
That's perfectly fine, Austin.
Oh yeah, I
think it's gonna be great too, and everything. I'm just saying that I think the Avengers game is gonna do more successful with everything. Personally, I think I'm more excited for the Avengers game.
Then again, I think so.
But now that we think about it,
then again, I think Suicide Squad will most likely be able for all consoles and PC, while Avengers will only be for PS4.
No, it's also going to be for Xbox.
So,
Avengers.
It's also going to be for Xbox, right?
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
And they're probably going to do Black Panther as their
PS4
main character. Their exclusive character. But then I heard that Hawkeye was actually going to be their main character. Like their, exclusive character. I don't know. I thought I heard that like a couple weeks ago from Rob.
No, I think Hawkeye's just in the game in general.
Okay.
EJ, I know you kind of got interrupted. What were you about to say?
Well, I think the Avengers game is going to sell way more than the Suicide Squad game, in my opinion. The general audience just recognize the Avengers a lot more than they do with Suicide Squad. And the last time they got something like Suicide Squad related was the 2016 movie. Yeah, there was that anime movie that DC. Who watches the anime movies besides us? Besides like us, the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Because and it's like I said. I mean, a lot more people just love Marvel than they do DC.
And that's upsetting, in my opinion, because then it's like those Marvel fanboys, which only like Marvel, they just think that DC's trash, and they're not trash at all. To be honest, DC has the better character. Like, they have better characters and everything.
They have better
So,
villains. Let's just put it that.
we
can all agree that they have better villains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up as like a DC fan. To be honest, I mean, I remember watching the original Batman animated series from the 90s, and I remember watching the original on Cartoon Network. And also get this, I dressed up as Batman years ago. So yeah, growing up, I was way more into DC than I was Marvel. It was only until the MCU came along, and also just made me a Marvel fan. The thing is though that people have to understand that it doesn't have to be like are you this fan or are you this fan? Both fans, to be honest. You can be a Marvel fan. It doesn't have to be a competition.
personally, I just think that, like, it doesn't have to be a connected universe, because everyone's trying to do like a connected universe now, because they see, oh yeah, the MCU works and all that. And I'm just there like, it doesn't have to be a connected universe. Like, look at the Dark Knight trilogy. That was nothing connected to any of the other DC films.
Nope, it wasn't.
And yet again, that trilogy is probably one of the best things that we got from DC in general.
It was, definitely.
And then, and I just think that DC has to improve on their DC expanded universe. Because, I actually liked Man of Steel, but I can understand why people don't fully like it, because there are some problems in that. But I personally enjoyed it. Then there's Batman vs. Superman, in which the studio screwed that up by not allowing the ultimate cut to be the actual theatrical cut. Then we had Suicide Squad, in which we can all agree was probably the worst DCEU film. Then we had Wonder Woman, which Wonder Woman was the big thing. Then we had Justice League, in which the studio, once again, now we're going to get the Snyder Cut, so that's going to be good. Very well done, probably. A lot better than the 2017 film. Then we're going to get, but then we got Aquaman and Shazam. Those films were good enough. Then we got Birds of Prey, which Birds of Prey for me was okay. It was just there, though.
Yeah, it was
like, do you understand? It was just there. Like, it wasn't anything spectacular at all. Like, sure, it was nice that we got a Harley Quinn film, but why couldn't you just title it Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey then?
Exactly. That's what they
Yeah.
did. Because the general audience has no idea who the Birds of Prey are. I know that.
So, and also, it's not even a Birds of Prey film. It's a Harley Quinn film.
Yeah, it is.
So, it's basically like an origin story to the Birds of Prey. But why not you just name the next film Birds of Prey then? But
Exactly.
you should have had Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey in this one. And then, and now we're gonna get Wonder Woman 1984, in which I'm really looking forward to the film. It's just I'm a little bit scared about how they're going to bring back Steve Trevor.
Yeah, that's my question too, actually, to be
So
honest.
I'm really afraid, because if that doesn't work, then the film might not be that well done.
I hope with Steve Trevor they give us an explanation and don't slap him on the screen like they did with Palpatine as a Skywalker. But I digress.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shut up about that. I'm not gonna make any comment.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about a little bit about Avengers. We did kind of stray away from that a little bit. But now this is going to be, I guess this is like the third, last topic, or at least with the video game stuff. That's the new Batman game that's rumored to be announced at DC Fandom by WB Montreal, the same guys who made Arkham Origins. And it's going to be called, it's not actually an Arkham game, it's going to be called Batman Gotham Knights. And the rumor has it is that you're going to be able to play as Batman, not only Batman, but the Bat family as a whole. And it's going to be centered around the Court of Owls. Now, what do you guys think about this? Would you guys be excited for this?
Yeah, I'm actually excited for this. I'm actually really excited for this. Just what Zach you just told me right now. Playing as the entire Bat family, I want to play as Nightwing, boys. And Batman and any of them. Batgirl, I can play as any of them. And also the main villains as the main story with the Night Owls and everything. I think that would be interesting. Cool concept. I'm gonna say that. Am I gonna buy it day one? Probably, because I like the Arkham games.
Okay. Sour, what about you?
See, I hope that is true. Even though, like, Montreal made my least favorite Arkham game, I will say that I am still pretty excited for the game.
I don't understand how Origins is your least favorite. To me, it's my personal favorite because they actually care about the story, and while in the other ones they just threw crap at us.
I disagree with that. Arkham Asylum, yes, had a simple story, but it worked. Arkham City had the best story, and it had the best climax.
Arkham City and Origins cared about their story, while in Arkham Asylum, the first one was just basic and kind of like it was just basic, and then Night sucked. All right, like I cannot even stand that game.
No, Arkham Knight's story did suck, but at the same time, I like certain elements in it. Like I like the Joker stuff, but overall, the Batman acts like an idiot. Arkham Knight is a terrible villain. Scarecrow is forgettable. There's nothing to like about the story except for the Joker stuff, and that even then I didn't like because they did Joker again.
Superior from that, in my personal opinion, but I digress.
Sorry about that. We did kind of have. Well, I mean, it wasn't really heated, but you know, it happens on this live discussion series where chaos runs loose, and we just fight sometimes.
Chaos.
Me and Ninjoid argue all the time. Don't get but primarily on his channel though. So
Hey, the only thing that we argued about was, yeah, I said that City is far superior than most of the other Arkham games with the storytelling. And then you're like, well, yo, it was blah, 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 blah. Like, all the other games were good. I'm like, well, Night really did suck. All right? Night.
No, I agree with you that
And
City had the best storytelling in that.
see, so
Night
we're
sucked.
arguing over something which we both agree on.
Exactly. This is exactly why it's chaotic. Because we argue over
Chaotic.
nothing.
It's chaotic. Now let's continue. Back on the main thing.
EJ, what do you think about it?
Honestly, all I'm really hoping for with this Batman game is that I'm hoping that it's an improvement over Arkham Knight, and I'm like really hoping it's an improvement because I'm with Rob, but Arkham Knight, I think it's a pile of shit. But there are some things I enjoy in it. I mean, the combat is cool, I guess.
I don't like Mr. E in it. I meant Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about Arkham Knight?
Yeah,
I'm
Arkham Knight.
sure.
Mr.
Yeah.
Freeze was not in Arkham Knight, except if you got the DLC.
Wasn't he in City or Origins or?
Mr. Freeze was in Arkham City. He was technically in Origins, but he was like a DLC.
Yeah.
I don't like the heavy suit in which he had in it. Like, did you see the suit in which he had, Austin?
Yeah, but
Like, man, that suit made Mr. Freeze look like maybe Rhino.
I did not mind the suit that he had. I actually thought the suit looked good.
Oh, okay.
And the only designs I don't like is I don't like the design for Bane. I thought Bane looked bad. Like, he did not look.
Bane looked bad as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Bane was.
And Sour, can you agree with me on this? But I want to ask this though. Did Arkham Knight have better visuals than Arkham Origins? I think it does, except for some of the cutscenes. But like just the in-game cutscenes, Arkham Knight has the best graphics.
No, not what I can't agree on. I can't.
No, Arkham Origins graphics are, it looks cheap. Like, let's just start off with that. Arkham Origins
I like
graphics
the graphics, to be honest, but that's just my personal taste. I don't know.
Like, the fires weren't even rendered. It looked like something that they just rendered in paint.
Arkham Origins graphics were so bad.
They weren't bad, but they were just not as good as Arkham City
So
or
they
Arkham
improved Arkham City. God. Yeah, this is where we have different tastes about everything.
And I just want to say right now, I'm not saying Arkham Origins is still a good game. It's just the game has a lot of problems. I think, yes, Arkham Origins has the best boss fights. I do like some of the characters, but at the same time, they did Joker again when they didn't need to. They had Bane in the game, which I thought the Bane stuff was great, but to me, he was the wrong secondary villain. They should have made Deathstroke the secondary villain, mainly for the simple fact that Deathstroke was heavily advertised. Stop heavily advertising someone that you're barely going to have in the game. Like, they beat Deathstroke in 2 minutes.
Sour, I recommend that you go and you replay Arkham City. Just saying. Even though that I don't know when you have time, we're trying to watch some stuff.
No, Arkham City is better than Origins because Arkham City had the better story and the boss battles were great.
Definitely.
Arkham Origins was good, but at the same time, the boss battles were great.
That's my favorite Arkham game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Origins is my favorite, and then it's City. So I'll say City's one of the better ones.
So this is how my ranking goes: City, Asylum, Night, Origins. Best to worst.
Here's my ranking. So Origins is my favorite, then City, then the first one, and then Night. Night was a piece of shit.
I think for my ranking, well, Arkham Knight for sure is definitely in the pits of hell down there. That gets awful. And then I think Asylum is probably. Asylum is probably after Night. I think. Then we go to City and then Origins.
See,
I'm going. Like, I agree. Like, in my ranking, Night is at the bottom. I still. Is it the worst game ever made? No.
Oh no, far from it.
Like, the graphics are good. I think the combat is good. I think the voice acting is good. The music is great. The Batmobile kills it. Yes, I agree.
yeah, that's why I mean, like,
Yeah, definitely.
that's what really kills it, in my opinion, and that's why I say that the game is a piece of shit. Because basically, we go in the Batmobile and it's like, hey, guess what? This and this happened. Okay, I'm gonna go into the Batmobile. Like, how many times in that stupid game? Like, I don't know, like 60 times. I know I overtracked. You know, I know, like probably like 20 times, but still, I digress.
And I did all the Riddler stuff, which was a pain in the ass. And to tell you the truth, the ending isn't even satisfying. And the DLC is like the Season of Infamy DLC I actually liked because that actually kind of feels like a Batman game. The Arkham episodes were trash. Except for the Batgirl one and Harley Quinn. And yeah, that's why Arkham Knight's trash. My number 3, I'm going to say Origins, because I liked the game, but it had a lot of problems. Like the in-game graphics didn't look that appealing to me. I thought it looked kind of murky, especially where it was like I know it's winter out, but it could have looked a lot better. And the fires looked like, again, they were not rendered at all. Like, it looked cheap. The boss battles are great. The music was good, and the voice acting was very good as well. But the problem is, again, with the game is the story, because they made the assassins basically a side plot, and a lot of the assassins don't get their time to shine at all. They're basically relegated to side missions, which is not fair, especially when they said straight up in the advertising of the game that, oh, you're going to fight all these assassins in the game, and you're going to try and take down Black Mask. And the only assassins that ever get time in the main story...
at this point, when this release... Oh, sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
You can continue. Sorry. No, it's fine.
Yeah, and, like, the only... Again, like I was going to say, the only assassins that only get time to shine is Killer Croc, Deathstroke, Copperhead, and Bane, and Firefly. Everybody else basically becomes like an afterthought. Like, you don't see Shiva, you don't see Deadshot, who should have had at least some part to do in the story. And to me, they all get swept aside. Exactly. They all get swept aside for the simple fact that it's become another Batman versus Joker story with Bane as the secondary villain. Now, granted, I liked Bane, but at the same time, this could have been saved for the sequel to the game or for like another game in general. Because to me, even though Bane has time to shine, I found him to be also kind of underwhelming, especially with like his boss fights. Like, his boss fights are so generic. Like, it's just you punch him, and that's it. At least with the other boss fights, there was some sort of creativity to it. But meanwhile, with Bane, you just fight him on a rooftop. And I mean, again, there are scenes that I think really are good, but that's about it. And I will also say the indoor sections of the game, I actually thought they were very good as well. But it's just good. It's not bad by any means, but it's not Arkham Knight, but it's good. At number 2, I'm going to go with Arkham Asylum. I know ranking this higher is going to be a little weird for a lot of people, so hear me out. I do think this game has problems, but you have to understand, though, too, this was not the game they wanted to make. They wanted to make Arkham City, but the problem is they didn't have the money or the resources to do it, so they decided to keep it simple, and I actually liked that it was simple, because it was a very fun game, and it brought Batman back to having good video games, because before this, Batman, other than the Lego games, had crap video games. Like Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Do I really have to keep going here? And
No,
the thing is, yes, the story is simple, but for this game, it worked. You had a bunch of villains that Batman has to stop. Joker's loose in the asylum. You have to stop him. And while this is happening, there's like this Titan formula that he's trying to make, and then like Batman's got to stop that. It's like, yeah, it's simple, but at the same time, it works. I think the acting is phenomenal. Voice acting is phenomenal. The combat, it's not as good as it would be in the later Arkham games, but I found the combat to be very satisfying. And the stealth is very fun as well. It's very satisfying to take down a room of villains without being seen. Like, that's just like, because that's what Batman does. And the music is great as well. And again, the Riddler trophies are very simple here, but at the same time, like, they're not. Like, it's complicated, but you can figure it out on your own. And that's what I like about it, because with the other Arkham games, it's like a pain in the ass to get them. But when you do get them all, it is satisfying to like have Riddler get captured by the police. It's actually kind of funny, to tell you the truth. It was like, get your hands off me. I'm the Riddler.
Yeah.
And I will say, yes, the boss battles suck. But you also have to think, though, too, they were not intending to have boss battles in the game at all. The only real decent boss fights were the Scarecrow segments, the Killer Croc one, and Poison Ivy, because those were the only ones that you could tell they were trying. Everything else just was, again, yes, I agree, very generic. But it was still fun. And yes, the final boss fight sucks, but the ending does save it, though. And my number 1 is Arkham City. Now, I know that this is your guys's, or at least, I know this is Sour's number 1, this is your guys' number 2. I'll kind of explain why it's my number 1. Because I actually feel like with Arkham City, it has the perfect balance of a great story and great boss battles. And I like the climax where Joker ends up dying from the Titan formula. Because to me, I wanted to see something new other than the Joker by this point. Because at this point, how many times are they going to do Joker? It's ridiculous.
I know.
And don't get me wrong, I love Joker, but my God, they need to do something else.
They really do. I've been asking forever.
Yes, they do.
Another Star standalone. When are we going to get that?
We got a comment. Jeremy, thanks for coming on, or thanks for coming in the chat. But with Arkham City, I feel like Arkham City has great graphics, and I do like the story. Again, it's simple, but it's also very like complicated. I really liked the Protocol 10 stuff. Yes, I agree that should have been the main plot. But to me, I understand why they made Joker the main villain, because they had to kind of continue what happened with Arkham Asylum and what was going on with Joker and all of that. I liked some of the villains. I actually like the villains here more than any of the Arkham games because they have at least something to do. Like, you don't see every villain because, again, they're saving it for the side stuff. But overall, I actually found them to be enjoyable. Like, they basically use the main big villains and they use like this more the side villains as like side missions, which I think is a perfect combination. Like, they use for the main story, they use Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Ra's al Ghul. They did Hugo Strange and they did Clayface. Like, that stuff makes sense. Like, they're not throwing, because again, the side villains don't have anything to do with the story, and that's okay with making them. That's why they work for side missions, and why Arkham Origins side missions don't work, because the assassin should have been the main story rather than side missions. And they even used Solomon Grundy as a boss fight, which I thought his boss fight was cool. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with Arkham City, other than I feel like it is a little too short. But again, it didn't need to be very long to get its point across. Also, playing as Catwoman did feel like a breath of fresh air as well.
Yeah. Also, Ryan, I just sent you something on Discord. Just wait a second.
Okay.
I want you to change something on your stream. There, it's loading right now. There you go.
All right, guys, we hit the hour mark. We actually got through the topics that we wanted to get through. I'm gonna give everybody like 5 minutes I'm gonna give the chat 5 minutes if they want to put something in the chat, or if they want us to ask if they want to ask us any questions. But I'm giving you guys 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you guys in the chat till 1:06 in terms of the time. So if you guys have anything you want to put down, please do it now.
I want to also say that I might also postpone the galactic chat till tomorrow because I'm being ill today, so we can watch more Death Note.
Well, Nindroid, you also have to think though too, if you're gonna have John on, especially, and you told him today, like John's not gonna be able to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that too, but I think John's busy today. He was busy yesterday at least. So I don't know. Let's see how everything goes. I'm probably gonna do it tonight. I don't care.
Jeremy says, I want them to do Clayface. Yes, I would like them to do a live action
Clayface would be good, yeah.
Clayface would totally be a breath of fresh air, to be honest. And
We have
I'm with Austin on this. They should do other villains other than the Joker. I mean, I know a lot of the audience loves the Joker, and he's a calamitous of crime. I get it, but I mean, like, there are other villains in Batman, some roast that you can use also. I mean, I would love it if you use more Mr. Freeze, more like Deathstroke, more like Clayface. Do some like diversity.
Yeah. Sour, do you think the Joker is overrated and that they should just do something else other than Joker, or do you think that they should just keep going with him?
I think all of us.
No, they should do something else other than Joker.
Yeah, exactly. I think all of us are going to say no to that because he is overrated and they should stop doing him. Plain period. Get some more Batman villains to shine. All right, because we have a great rogue gallery, and they're not. It's almost like how Spider-Man with everything. Like you get like a new villain in each installment of Spider-Man. While it's like in Batman, it's always Joker, 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 and that's bad. In my opinion, because then it makes it look like Joker's the only Batman villain, where he is actually not.
I'm also going to say this to Joker being in too much. I also think say the same for Wolverine, and in the X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Just like Joker, I love Wolverine too very much. But I would really love in the MCU if they ever put the X-Men ever put the X-Men in the MCU. I want them on Cyclops, or I want him to be the leader of the X-Men, like he was in the comic, and like he was in the TV show. Don't do like 3 or 4 movies. I want some
Curtis YZ comes in. What's up, Curtis? I haven't seen you on this before, so thank you for showing up. He says, I'd like Clayface as a main villain in a big movie with the quality of a Nolan film in terms of realism and grit.
that would be
interesting.
Yeah, I would like that.
That would be amazing, actually, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy comes in, give us a Mr. Freeze that's not cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. All right, guys. It is... Oh, wait, Ninja, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to just bring up, how's your rewrite going on, Austin?
It's going good. I'm basically done with the rewrite. Just got to make the script.
Okay. Just want to say, I think my video will win the contest. Yeah, I'm trying to get you guys pissed off. So yeah, I think mine's gonna win. After all, I allowed EJ to read the first 4 scenes of it. And EJ, do you want to actually say what you thought of them?
Yeah, so Nindroid has been his rewrite of Last Jedi. If you guys know me for any period of time, that I press that one.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Rise of Skywalker one too.
Yeah, and I'm really liking the new version of but
it's cutting out, EJ. Just to let you know. Like,
yeah, you're kind of cutting out a little bit.
So. Yeah, you are a little bit. Here, just quickly Phantom Zone him and then grab him.
Alright, yeah. Let's see.
There. Alright, EJ, now talk.
I'm not hearing you at all here. Can you try saying something else?
Not good.
Yeah, now we can hear you. Now you can talk.
Oh, okay.
So it is one. So we did pass the hour mark. I did give the chat a few minutes. So I'm gonna let everybody go around the panel, tell everybody where they can find you guys at, so we can end the stream because we do have another stream to get to on Sauerkraut's channel. So I'm gonna let EJ go first. Where can they find you at?
All right, so you guys can find me on Twitter, just EJ10. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and also on the Discord server too. It'd be great if it would actually be great if you guys could join our Discord. We're doing really good so far, and we have I lost count how many members.
We have 300. So it's going good. Our next goal is 300. So I'm actually going to do one chat to join the Discord. It would mean a lot.
Yes, it would.
Rob and everyone, because we act as one family here. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys on all those social media platforms, pretty much.
Alrighty. Sour. What about you?
You can find me on my channel at the Sauerkraut6 exclamation mark. No, you can find me on my channel Sauerkraut exclamation mark question mark. I will be having a stream very soon, so please check that out. It'll be about Rick and Morty theories for season 5, and you can find me on Discord, mainly on Robert Storm's Discord server, Storm Nation. Instagram at Sauerkraut06 and Twitter at Dr. Savager.
Nindroid.
Alright, you can check me out on my own YouTube channel, Ninja243, where we do many videos. Now we're gonna shift it more at rewrites. I want the channel to have lots of rewrites of films I love, films that I liked, films I enjoyed, and films I disliked. So there's going to be a variety of them, comedies, action, franchises, you name it. It's going to be a fun episode. Hope that you go check that out, as well as Galactic Chat Season 1 is ending on Wednesday, so I recommend that you join tonight's stream at 8 o'clock with Episode 8, known as The Last Topic, Top 5. Yeah, the last. Just remember that. And then the finale, that is our history with Star Wars, in which EJ will be part of.
Very. Oh, EJ, what are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say I'm looking forward. Can't wait.
Yep.
Sorry about that. You guys can find me on Twitter at the Austinator17. You guys can find me on Discord at the Austinator, and you guys can find me on my YouTube channel, the Austinator, where I do live discussions. I have a show called Shadow Y on Sundays at 2:30, and that will be taking place tomorrow on Sunday. I have a show on Wednesdays called Splash Talk, where the chat dictates what we talk about. That's at 3 o'clock. And Fridays, Saturdays, we usually do just normal live discussions where we just talk about whatever topic there may be.
Austin, I might be late to Shadow Eye this week, because you have to remember that's when Rob has the membership streams at like 1:30. So I might be like maybe 10 minutes late.
All right, yeah, no problem. And yes, guys, I am trying to reach my goal of 60 subs. So if you guys have not subscribed yet, please do so. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up so we can get to Sauerkraut's stream. Actually, you guys can also find me on Sauerkraut's and Enjoy243 channel, so please go check them out. But yeah, so this is the Austinator, Enjoy243, Sour, EJ, signing out. Peace out, guys.